Okay. Reno stream seems to be working at the moment, so no worries there. And is the YouTube still alive?
Yeah, your mic just changed, oddly enough.
Yeah. Sound a bit robotic, Savelas.
I do have a different computer than last time. This might have a worse microphone than the previous one.
It almost sounds like it switched microphones on you.
Yeah.
So it's fine, then all of a sudden it just changed to robotic.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. I'll just double check my internet connection, and so there's no problems with that. And I will be back you shortly.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I connected instead of the Twitch chat. I connected the Restream chat, which takes chat from all the platforms that we restream to.
Oh, that's nice. Let me try this for 1 second. Wait for it. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's insane. Actually, YouTubers and Twitchers can chat with each other live
Yeah.
like that.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was told we actually get some viewers on goodgame.ru, I think it is. But we never notice because none of us really use it.
I'd
Yeah.
never heard of it until you just mentioned it. So
I mean, the good thing
Yeah.
about that is that there's probably only like 3 SC2 streams on there or something like that. So
Mm,
if someone happens to be there and wanting StarCraft 2, there's a good chance they'll find us.
it's true.
I've been explained what that is like 3 times and I still don't understand it. Like good stream. I'm not sure what exactly they are, but yeah.
I think it's just Russian version of Twitch and YouTube, basically.
So they don't. Oh, okay, got it. Like Yandex.
Yeah. You know what? I've got a bell, so have a good night, guys, and I'll watch the VOD later.
Good
Awesome.
night. Great
cheers
work,
for sorting
Lady.
out. Yep. Catch you in a bit.
Thanks. Cheers.
Oh. So which games we got next?
Did someone queue up the games? There's a few in the stream chat.
Yeah. You can go ahead. I think we already watched one, but we didn't really watch it. We didn't.
Okay, I'm back. Is my voice any better?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Like in between.
Brilliant. I think I have to buy a proper microphone at some point if we are going to continue this.
Yeah. It's either that or I use the NVIDIA like RTX noise cancellation thing. It makes my voice really nice.
Yeah, me too. But that's like a gaming headphone gimmick or something, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a total gimmick, but it kind of works.
No, it's great. I call it a gimmick because not everyone has it, but it's great. It does it exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. I do love Wizard Hat here, just taking all the gas expansions from Zerg. That's quite fun.
Someone has background noise. Who is that? Oh,
That's probably
Savelas.
me.
Yeah.
That's probably me.
Yeah. Can you
I will-
lower the sensitivity of your microphone?
Maybe I have to do that.
Okay, so I think Discord has noise cancellation as well. If you go into the voice and video settings, there's like you scroll all the way down, there's like some noise cancellation thing in
Okay.
there. if you use that, that basically cancels out all the background noise. And hopefully doesn't cancel out all your voice.
I hope so.
Hmm.
It should be active now.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, that's much better.
Brilliant. So
So what we have seen recently until now is that Wizard had gas stole the gases in Tier Z's main. Tier Z's fought valiantly for those gases and then chose to take the one in his natural.
Yeah, that's.
And here we are.
But at least Wizard Hat can't mine gas from Tier's main.
Yeah, yeah. There's
I
that.
want to see that. That would be good.
And it helps too, because if these are speed links and not slow links, these stalkers would have gotten slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason the stalkers are alive is because the link number was too low, but links should destroy this.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, they
at one
should.
point it was like 12 lings versus 3 stalkers. So if he had speed, he would have been able to kill him off.
And there's also like the
Oh,
way
it's without speed. Okay.
So
yeah,
maybe
also,
that's because
also
the gas fuel he has no speed. I'm not sure.
the way the stalkers were grouping up was denying the surface area a lot from the Zerglings, so it kind of works that way. But it does look like Wizard Hat has probably got a pretty huge
Tier
advantage.
has gas for speed. Is not. I don't think. Well, we
No,
don't
it's-
see the ongoing production, but the pool is not wiggling or anything, so it's not going for speed.
No, but he's got a Hydra Den out, so I imagine like probably go for Hydras, but I think it's a bit late now.
Yeah.
a little bit a dire situation for Tyr at the moment.
How's Tyr doing on the ladder now?
Okay, let me have a look. Quick look.
He used to be top spot for a while, I think.
It has
Dropped back a bit.
always some.
Like 20th, I think, last I saw.
Who used to be top spot?
Tyr.
Before my time, anyways.
Oh, the random tier, you mean, or
I
Tyr?
think.
Probably
I
the
think
Pro
Random
Tour
Tyr is 18 at the moment.
Yeah.
He's never, when I've been around, he's never been high on ladder, but he performs very well in tournaments just because of all of his secret builds he keeps.
Yeah, it's like you don't see his development on the ladder. You only see it in tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just before he has to go to a tournament, he will ramp up his ranking so he gets into tournaments.
Didn't really work for him on the last AI, SC2 AI one because he finished literally like one place outside tournament qualification, which was disappointing with.
I haven't seen this game. This is Rookie Bot. This is one of the new bots on the ladder. Newer bots. And just wanted to see what is happening. What is it doing?
How is it doing anyway?
Rookie Bot. Let me have a look quickly.
It's not doing very well. Hasn't won a game yet, I don't think. So he's lost. He's lost a lot due to. So he's lost a lot of games due to the game rules cause.
Yeah, it seems to be not doing so good at the moment, but it's a new bot, so this can be expected. So let's have a look. What's going to happen?
I like that it's insanely greedy.
Yeah. I think
Savelas, do you have headphones over there?
unfortunately no. I can still try to adjust the microphone.
Yeah,
volume.
because when I speak, I hear myself echoing through your microphone.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it makes me lose all focus of what I'm saying.
You could switch to push to talk rather than always active.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's doing too bad. Like it managed to deal with that little early Zergling rush pretty easily. So
I was going to say I really like that it's greedy. It's
yeah,
but you can see it's a new bot. Like it's not making orbitals or anything. It's not
Yeah.
going for gas. You can definitely see it's a bot with newish features. Let's call it like that.
yeah.
It's not finishing that building that didn't get finished.
Yeah.
I think it's actually in a really good position here. Like, so it's got like a pretty large army. It's got 3 bases up compared to the one of Tyr, and you know, I can see this attack might actually end the game.
Yeah, building Terran structures is really a pain. I'm not sure if it's handled in Python easily or not, but it's not like with Zerg and Protoss where it's kind of something, it's like one action where you just build a structure. It's something you have to keep track of throughout the entirety of the.
Yeah,
If they kill the
actually have to be in
SCV,
structure.
yeah.
So
I didn't think about that, now that it just crossed my mind.
so
Yeah.
this is registered on AI Arena as a loss for RookieBot, but I'm not seeing how.
yeah, these mutas are not going to be able to kill these Marines, and that's the end of
No.
the worker count.
I think he can. Well, I just saw a muta die, but he could have kept those mutas alive in a way that wins the game.
It's possible.
It would have been boring and long to watch, but yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually quite impressed by RookieBot, like as a new bot coming on. Like, yeah, he's got a lot of obvious errors on there, but like you can see he's got like 5 bases up. He's got a decent marine count, 52 workers. I can see that.
Yeah,
going pretty
definitely,
far.
and it's winning the game,
Yeah,
which is
I mean, that's the main thing.
That's how I suggest a new player plays StarCraft 2, just to get the handle of the macro of the game. Because he knows he can take any gas the entire game. So it's just make Marines, make expansions, make workers, and never get supply blocked. And just keep going like that over and over again. Just spam out the Marines.
Yeah.
You know that you mentioned it, Ketroc. I see a lot of similarities in the bot ladder evolution with the human ladder evolution when it started. Like the bot ladder just evolves slower, but the steps are there. You see the same steps are being taken. Like everybody starts with the easiest to execute strategies, which is usually a proxy or some kind of one base all in. And eventually everybody learns to hold that. And then everybody has to come up with new strategies. And that's exactly how the human ladder evolves.
Yeah, very true. Cheese always rules supreme at the start, and then as people get accustomed to it, macro becomes more the game style.
Yeah.
This one is.
Oh, this one is QueenBot. It's a bot showcasing Rasper's new library, which I would like to recommend, by the way. It looks pretty promising. QueenBot is a blank bot in using that framework with the default policies. There are policies for queen management, obviously, but creep management, inject management, and assigning queens to defend bases and stuff like that. So it comes like with default values, but you can tune your own values and change behavior. Like you can almost do anything you would want just using that.
Pretty cool. I'm going to take a look at that actually.
Yeah, I did want to make a Zerg bot, but so it'd be nice to have something not have to code all the queen handling up front.
Yeah,
so
that's a lot of that's a lot of overhead for Zerg authors.
Yeah. Especially Creep. I mean, that's there's a lot of logic that goes into that.
Yeah.
I watched a couple of the Queenbot's games, and it's really effective. This creep spread.
I wish we could have seen. I think he prints out, but we don't see the chat on this stream. He prints out the policy, the default policy, or whatever policy was chosen when it is chosen. So it prints out how many queens are going to be assigned everywhere and what ratio and whatnot. It's really nice to see.
It's a very strong strategy for a while too. Just going mass queens and nothing else. It allows you to build your economy super fast. It makes you very strong defensively because queens kind of handle everything in the early game. And you get your creep spread going really quick. Obviously, it falls apart a little bit later in the game, or at least it should. But it can look strong for a long time.
Yeah. I was impressed that Reaper got away, or it didn't, rather.
You will notice a lot of things that obviously can be improved, but you have to remember this is a blank bot using the library, which means there is no code, for example, for bringing an overload to get vision of a high ground. You might see the queens get stuck on low ground versus high ground. There's no logic for all of those things because this is just using the bare minimum. And this is the result, which is insane.
It's really good. Like, look at that creep spread already. We're like 6 minutes into the game, and that's pretty much a third of the map, I reckon.
This is so depressing. This is a blank bot, and still it beats Annie like 6-0.
Yeah.
This is so unfair.
This is the bare minimum, guys. Like, you can build so much on top of that. You can...
But as you say, it's a really great early game tactic. Like, it's just like mass queens, get your economy going, and then like suddenly you end up with an explosion of economy, and you can basically build into whatever you like.
Yeah.
The downside with Zerg is that they can build their economy faster than anyone else, but they have to manage their larva because you got to build army units as well. But if you're just massing queens, you're not using any larva at all, which means you can dedicate all of it to drones and just go to like get crazy far ahead.
Exactly, queens are larva efficient, which is larva is the most important resource for Zerg. Okay, when it comes to late game, to trading and remaxing, larva is the resource. The Zergs, obviously, if they don't have money to create units, they're stuck. But they always have to stay on top of their injects. They have to manage their larva. They have to even reserve larva in some situations when expecting a tech switch or something like that. So yeah, it's a big deal.
And it seems to be doing quite fine against Micro Machine. It's already 8.5 minutes in, and it's not dead yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean that's better than most. Yeah.
I mean, queens don't take double damage from Megfield. They'll do decent against battle cruisers.
Let me ask you something. If you had to replace one of the players in this match, who you would have chosen? I'm going with Queenbot. I think those queens can just march in and smash everything.
Yeah, well, there's certain things that queens walk into that they can't deal with. And that's why I said they're monsters early game, but then there's certain tech units they just can't do anything against.
Well, they also are immobile off creep, which is a big reason why Zergs don't attack with them often. But look at this creep spread.
Hands of bot when they can heal them each other. So I think that's a big thing also.
Yeah, if they didn't nerf transfuse, it'd be so much stronger.
Yeah,
because of the bots transfuse, the way bots transfuse perfectly.
Yeah.
You can't really stack transfuse efficiently anymore.
Ah, okay.
What can you explain that? What?
I don't remember the numbers exactly, but like transfuse used to be, I don't know, maybe heals 50 health. And now what it does is it heals 15 health, like 20 health maybe, and then the rest of it is a heal over time. Which
Oh,
means
it's
if
not.
the heal over
It's
time
not.
doesn't stack, so you can't like keep pounding the same unit with transfuse and get good value out of it. You lose like 2/3 of the value.
It's not a burst heal anymore, which makes sense to me.
A little bit of a burst, so there is some benefit to stacking it, but not nearly as much benefit as it used to be.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's a big nerf now, but I think from in hindsight, it should have been designed like that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That spell.
It's not a huge nerf. It's just a huge nerf if you're reliant on many queens keeping each other alive.
Or Ultralisk,
obviously is.
like a single hero Ultralisk with like 10 queens behind it that never dies.
Yeah, so there's one major issue, since this is just like a dummy bot, basically, is that there's no upgrades on the queens. So these battle cruisers are going to be almost impossible to kill once the BC armor gets up high.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think this bot even knows how to end the game. It's just sending queens. Like,
I mean, that's a fairly effective tactic if you own the entire map. You know.
Yeah. It knows how to spread creeps, so he finds stuff. But yeah.
I mean, with that many bases, you can just keep piling
You also
out more and
expand
more
every
queens.
base on the map, which kind of narrows it down where you could be.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a great showcase of that library.
Yeah.
And if he were 3-3 right now, like, I wouldn't rule out the fact that he might have beaten Micro Machine here.
I think there's a lot of potential in this bot.
It's not even a bot. That's the thing. It's a framework. It's a library. That's how it comes out of the box.
But I mean, even if you watch pro Zerg players, they really try to defend with just queens only, like as much as they can safely.
Yeah,
Dedicate the larva
they
to drones and get as many queens as possible. So there's a lot of legitimacy even to like this super basic strategy.
You don't have to play the entire game like that, but opening the same as this bot is legit. Yeah.
Like this pros who will go up to like 7 queens in the early game.
This will have quite a bit of new authors with the Zerg, so they should definitely check this out. And if they already have Zergbot up and coming, they should still check this framework.
The spines are not included. That's something I remember I talked with him about. Those he just added to because he was pissed that he didn't beat like the insane AI or something when he didn't build those. So that's just added to the example bot. That's logic that the authors will have to deal with themselves.
Yeah. Right, I'll be back in 1 sec.
Yep.
I just put my bot back on the ladder. Finally got updated with the new maps.
Brilliant.
Nice. Good luck.
Still going on with the mass banshees?
Yeah, but I have Banshee Harass now, which is looking like crazy good.
Oh, I can't
Probably
wait
the thing
to
I'm
see.
most proud of with my bot now, because I think, as far as I can tell, I think it functions much better than Micro Machine's Banshee Harass does. And I don't think I've ever been able to say anything about my Terran bot doing anything better than Micro Machine's Terran bot. So
I think we don't have any games queued up for the Ketroc, so probably
it's gotta wait till the next round before I switch games again.
Okay.
Like
So
I literally just uploaded it.
Okay, so next week we will have something from you also.
I guess I could request a match, maybe throw it in at the end of the game.
This game is still going on.
Yeah, and it's playing against Micro Machine, so I think it's quite impressive.
Yeah, Micro Machine just doesn't know how to win the game from here, but it should win eventually.
Definitely has the minerals and the units to do that. So I think it will win eventually. It just have to kill all the bases.
Yeah, it's really funny. The bot is actually confused. It's not sure what to do. It's
Too
like
much creep.
this. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I wonder what's keeping those battle cruisers back on the left-hand side.
I think it's the creep. They're not supposed to be going on creep. It's hard-coded probably for like fighting with vipers or whatever. You know, like those no man's lands between vipers and spores and hydras and tanks and battle cruisers and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you, Ketroc, able to speed this replay up? I think we know already the winner, or should we just skip this? Or do you guys want to check this to the end? I think Micro Machine will win, but
yeah, I think we saw enough. I mean, the impressive part of this game is over. We can.
Yep. I will skip this one to the next game, so I will do it now. Okay, next one should be Golden Armada versus Fidolina. Fidolina is one of the newer bots. I think it's doing quite nicely at the moment.
Yeah, I really like his way of thinking. He's thinking out of the box in a lot of ways, I feel.
It's actually ranked 14 at the moment on the ladder.
Really?
Yes, so it's doing really good at the moment. Interesting to see what will happen. Also
Drone
written in
drill
Java.
Yeah, it is in Java. I was going to say that drone drill is 8, which is insane, Ketroc. That is insane. By the way, Ketroc, I think you are muted. You have muted yourself, I mean.
Something is happening.
Crypt is back.
Yeah, I just came back. What did I miss?
Welcome back.
Cheers.
You didn't miss much, actually. That game was going on forever. Micro Machine would have won eventually. But the map was covered in creep, so Micro Machine didn't know how to behave in that situation.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's just a case that he would go across and clear the creep very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have taken too long for us to watch. So
yeah,
but everybody saw how impressive the Queenbot was. So yeah, and now we're watching a game from Fidolina that is relatively new bot on the ladder and doing extremely good. It's actually 14th in the ladder rank at the moment.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I took a look at the source code for Fidolina, and I mean, he's not a hacky programmer, so I expect a lot out of him. He also seems pretty active, so I would expect this bot to really skyrocket up the ladder if that's what his goal is.
I hope he's going to figure out a pathfinding library in Java, so all Java authors can use that. I think he's heading in that direction.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him do anything about like mapping out the screen or anything, but yeah, that's probably something he'll have to do eventually. There's a lot of bots that don't use the pathfinding though, so it's not mandatory.
It's not mandatory. You can do really good without it, but there's certain things that require pathfinding. So if you really want to in top 10, I strongly suggest to think about using some kind of pathfinding.
Yeah, I had it for a really long time and never used it, and only just started using it on my Banshee harass, and it's like it's really cool the way it just kind of weaves around all the danger and finds little areas to poke into.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's like watching it become alive to me, really.
This is a really good position here for Fidelina.
Yeah, he's got the cybercore as well, which means no more stalkers. Plus, he keeps seeming to want to build the cybercore in the same place where the tanks are.
Yeah, all that production's forfeit, and I think he has enough to deal with whatever comes out of the Stargate, which was apparently nothing.
This game is over, and
I really do like the Viking addition. So it gives the vision for the tanks.
Yeah. Find another place to put the cybercore, but that's getting taken out as well.
Yeah, I think we can skip this game too. I'm really impressed with Fridolina's. I think last week we also watched Fridolina beat Spiny, so now you can mark a V on all of Rasper's bots and move on to the next author.
Yeah, it beats my bot, all right, so you can check that out already. The next one.
We should do like a King of the Hill ladder, where like one bot gets to keep playing games until it loses, and then.
I like that idea as well.
That's a great idea, actually, and we'll also make everybody try to figure out new strategies to beat bots like Micro Machine, which I like as well.
Although
thing with that idea and having like a reward if you stay at the top of the King of the Hill for a certain amount of games. So if you're up there and you're winning a lot, then that really puts a target on your head, and people will start trying to snipe your bot.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult to snipe Micro Machine.
So drone drill and okay, see ya.
Other worker rushes.
Oh god. Jensen's going over the other side.
I just can't.
It's a really smart response for Terrans because they can lift off and you can't. So,
yeah,
you win. I know that's how he beats pro brushes.
Yeah, looks like he's got this one.
Hello from the command center.
When I see stuff like this, it like tempts me to want to start working on drone drill again. I'm like, no, there's just a proof of concept. let it be. Every time I lose to something, I'm like, I can fix this easily. I'm like, no, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
How many fixed if drones can start shooting up?
How many what? Sorry?
I said it should be fixed when drones can start shooting up.
Oh, yeah.
Or grow wings.
Yeah, that would work. Don't they already have wings? Like, what are the things on the side of them?
Hey,
there's another game from the drone drill again. This is against Harvester.
Are we watching? Yeah, so drone drill I think has had its glory days. People have started coding defenses for it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of those defenses are, like you said, not really relevant to the strategy, but more relevant to the bot being very one-dimensional. It only does this and nothing else.
So I think the Harvester, he beat it by coding his own drone drill to practice against. Impy did this, and Impy says his drone drill performs even better than mine. So we might be seeing a better drone drill on ladders at some point.
They're both doing this drone drill in the same spot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at the numbers at the bottom.
It's close. It looks like
Yeah.
Harvester's gonna go down.
Oh no,
But-
it's so
On
close.
his zealot.
Yeah,
And we have a
unfortunately.
zealot. Okay, it's over.
But the problem
Okay.
here. Wait. The problem
Because
here.
I have money for one drone. I get to rebuild it home during this time.
Yeah, but you're gonna send it and it will die to the zealot, I think.
No, the follow-up is a meter rush. Because I got to deal
From-
with
from
the
here?
floating command center. So I just built a really quick one-base meter rush.
I don't think you can actually call it a rush. That wouldn't be a fair description.
Well, yeah, starting from one drone, it's not going to be much of a rush.
Yeah, okay, let's wait until we have money for one more drone. And we're waiting.
Up to 5 now. It'll start ballooning. As long as that zealot doesn't go across and win the game.
Yeah.
As Terran, I'm not familiar with this because usually when I get to a situation like this, I press E and the mule drops and then I can build more SCVs.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the harvester is dead because he doesn't have money to rebuild.
Yeah.
The only,
Oh,
I thought 2 supply. I thought that was 2 workers, but it's the zealot.
no,
oh my god.
So he's got to
And
win the
the-
game with the zealot, or this is just going to be a matter of time.
that's pretty much it.
So there is one way that he can get a tie. I didn't do the positioning of my structures very well, so sometimes I try to build my spire where there's an egg, and then I can't build the spire, and then my bot just blows up.
So if there is no spire going to be built, this
Then it'll
game
be
will
like a
just
draw or something.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like Tur said in the chat, that Zealot could have won the game if
Yeah.
it just have attacked when there was one or two drones.
No, he can do it when there's 14 drones. I have no defense. I didn't code any defense at home. These drones
Yeah, you
will
can
just
do
sit
it
there
now.
mining and die to a one
Like
zealot.
you can do it now. The zealot can walk in there and win the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could. It might be a little late now because the spire's almost ready to go up.
So when you lose all your workers, you just have to move every single unit you have to the enemy main.
I did a couple of practice games against Micro Machine, and sometimes it would go really well where I'd end up with like 14 drones left over when I killed his last SCV. But then a Reaper pops out, and then the Reaper just wins a game on its own, even with 14 drones chasing it around. Can't get a single hit on that thing.
Yeah.
So I think there's a spire. So I think this will eventually end.
Poor
Okay.
drone.
Okay, well, if there are Mutadisc in production, I don't think we should. I mean, it's funny that this game ended like this, but I think we can skip to the next one.
Yeah, that drone is just sitting there going like, "I'm here all alone. Don't leave me. I want my friends."
He will die alone.
Yeah. Poor thing.
And the last one I do have, Nickbot learns versus Gensibot. And that's my games for the night. So after that, we are searching for new games.
Is this the one that Nick Knock posted?
Yes.
Yes.
He posted one. Okay. So everything from the stream chat you've queued up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, Gensi is one of the top tier bots, doing really good. Has been in Probots and SC2 AI tournament, and it's really well in every single one of them. And the Nickbot learns is machine learning bot. Quite interesting approach to machine learning. It basically does random build, and after every iteration, it adjusts the build a little bit. So this might be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also searching the recent matches, looking for something that stands out.
Yep.
Yeah, that must be really hard to do, like learning from pretty much scratch on here. I'm guessing like he's got a few standard setups that he's got in there, or is it just entirely learned?
No, it's entirely learned.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I just recently removed a bunch of the, like before, if it tried to train more than 8 Vikings, it just wouldn't. But I just removed a bunch of those limits, so
Oh, that's really cool.
it should be pretty open to all sorts of builds.
Nice.
But it knows how to open. It knows how to open tech pathways. Like for Vikings, we need a starport and stuff like that.
Yeah, so it just gets if it tries to train a Viking but it doesn't have a starport, it just won't do the command. So you just have to get lucky and have it build a starport before it tries to train a Viking.
That's a big wrench in the training, I think, because it will probably. I mean, I can see scenarios where it will just try to build a Viking non-stop, but it won't have a starport because it wasn't chosen until now.
But it doesn't get like hung up on actions or anything. It just tries to do the action, and if it can't, it goes to the next one. So it's not like trying to build a Viking will stop the bot forever if it can't build one.
But then it's not really getting good training on, do I need a Viking right now? You know what I mean? Because the reason why not is not a legitimate reason from the training point of view.
Yeah, so I think like the example you use is basically at the moment you see it's very much heavy on building barracks and a couple of eBays. Like, is it in a situation where it kind of like will build those other tech paths, or does it kind of like tend to more stick towards the kind of like barracks, infantry kind of like positions at the moment?
So it has like a list of actions that it can do. So stuff like build a barracks, build a factory, build tech labs, whatever. And if it can't do a certain action, it just won't do it. So it just has to happen that it tries to build a barracks, ends up building one, and then when it tries to build a factory, it can, so it ends up building a factory. It does, in the current iteration, it can build like ravens, everything up to starport. It builds Thors. It just depends on how the game goes.
It's looking really cool anyway. Certainly knows how to build a decent army.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really
you can really see
heavy
that
right
it's you can really see that it's narrowing down on a local maximum.
Yeah.
I've never seen Mass Reaper in like a mid-game fight. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
It just murdered all those Marines with the grenades.
Yeah, it wins this engagement.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in StarCraft 2. That's hilarious.
And you know what? Who needs Medivacs? Because Reapers, right?
I mean, you do see at the moment it's got a very even army supply. It's just its work. Gentry has a massive worker lead at the moment, which is strange because Gentry's still stuck on 2 bases while like Nickbot's obviously on 3, just getting up to 3. So
income difference is not so much. Like a 5
Nickbot is on 35 workers, which is, yeah. It's not choosing to constantly build workers still.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that is something that is going to take a while for it to learn, because it's the one thing that brings results a few steps ahead, not 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 instant reward. You know.
It also gets a reward at the end of the game depending on how many minerals it's mined. So if you just build more workers, your score is going to go up at the end of the game anyway. So it does value building workers. It's just about how much training it gets to get there.
I think GenziBot kind of broke. He's not expanding. Maybe he's trying to expand to the other side of that wall, the mineral wall that everyone has issues with on this map.
Yeah.
There's a command center finally.
Yeah, now it's expanding. Took a little bit time.
I mean, I know GenziBot doesn't expand quickly, but this seems especially slow. I feel like it might have bugged out a bit.
Yeah,
Maybe there were like weird conditions that weren't met because of how close those buildings are. I mean, I usually don't see barracks here, right?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like no Terrans put their production at the forward outmost place.
No,
actually, I think
usually
a lot of them do, because it's hard to generate places to put production structures in your main where you don't get stuck. So you usually run out of space in your main base, so people just start building production of their natural and their third and their fourth as the game progresses.
Well, main and natural usually, but taking a third like that towards your opponent and choosing to put all of your production there is it's not common behavior.
Especially that gold base, because that gold base is normally the first one to go, pretty much.
Yeah.
Under the enemy magnifying glass all the time.
Yeah.
Some grenades again.
The grenades! Oh,
that was so cool. So pretty cool.
You could just like bounce the army constantly. Brilliant.
Grenades do so little damage, but when you throw like 10 of them on a pile of Marines, it's pretty effective.
It's basically like a Baneling.
It's one shot. Enough Reapers can one shot anything, I think.
Yeah. But that's true of pretty much anything. Like
they used to do a lot more damage where you could spam Reapers and do weird stuff like this.
Is it 5 points damage?
Yeah, it's just a touch of damage now, like 5. It used to be like 15 or something ridiculous.
Okay, but if you have 100 Reapers, that's 500 damage in a one shot.
Yeah.
It's It's 11 to kill a Marine with combat shield.
I'm thinking about like Ultralisks and stuff like that. Who needs ghosts, right?
Can you imagine those Ultralisks just bouncing around all over the place? That'd be fairly crazy.
It wouldn't bounce, I think, but it would just disappear.
It would.
Evaporate.
It would.
Anyway, I have to go eat, guys. But yeah, cheers for the stream. It's been a lot of fun.
Enjoy your dinner, mate.
All right, speak to you in a bit.
Thanks for your time. See you.
See ya.
Bouncing a unit used to also interrupt its attack. So you used to be able to just keep chaining grenades one after another, and then like keep a immortal from even shooting.
I
got it
just
way too strong, so you got rid of it.
I think with bot macro, there is a lot to explore with Reaper grenades. You can do a lot of
I think so too.
insane things.
One Reaper around for my bot, just for the reason that if it gets the hit middle of the Marine group, it looks so nice when they bounce around. Just for that.
Yeah, this was Nick Botlearn's first match against GenziBot on this map.
Ketroc, so your volume is
starting from scratch. You're good. That's all I had to say.
My volume up? Okay.
Yeah. Can you bring it a little bit upper?
Yeah, so matches like this where Nick Botlearns ends up with 5 or 6 expansions are a really good sign for future games.
Yeah.
They lend themselves to good learning. So
Yeah. To be honest, if you want your bot to get good training on mid to late game decisions, and which is probably the hardest quality training to get because most games end before that, Gen Z is a great sparring partner for that.
I think
Because
so, yeah.
One second, I think Ketroc is fixing his microphone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, nice. You're heard very clear now.
Gen Z bot wants to play the end game, so late game. So it's a really good sparring partner for that in mind. I think it's not downloadable, probably.
It's
Gen Z
not.
bot? No.
Gen Z bot.
Ketroc is another bot, another good example for a bot that wouldn't force the game to end quickly.
Yeah, it wants to play 1 hour.
Yeah.
Take all the time available.
Which one?
Your bot.
Your bot.
Oh yeah.
And I think any other bot will try to end the game as fast as they can, basically.
My bot tries to end the game. He's just not very successful at it. The games end a lot quicker now with the Banshee Harass. Because that can get out of control sometimes and you could obliterate the opponent's economy.
No, I was giving your bot as an example for practicing mid and late game decisions, because we don't get much practice for that. Because
Well, it definitely doesn't cheese. It doesn't build 4 barracks and just go.
Yeah, exactly. You will get at least to the mid game against those bots.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that Banshee Harass would just destroy Nickbot Learns, though. Has very little options to counteract that. Like right now, it doesn't know how to build missile turrets or anything, so...
Yeah. Just have to narrow bit down at first what it can learn, and probably later add things what it can learn.
Yep.
Oh, that tank block is...
That's going to end the game, unfortunately. But it was entertaining game in any ways.
Yeah, that first fight was hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't realize it was a grenade when I saw a bunch of Marines just disappear.
When you see Mass Reapers in the mid game, you think it's think of it as like wasted supply, but totally won that fight.
I think the cooldown with quite long for the grenades.
Yeah, but we're talking about units that are mobile and heal over time.
Yeah, they don't need medevacs at all.
You can just run away, heal up, and by the time you're healed up, go back and do another one-shot grenade.
Yeah, that would do. This is a random game, not from list anymore.
So Ketroc requested a match against Sharpened Edge, and that should be finishing up soon.
Okay.
It's taking a while.
Yeah, it has been taking a while.
Yeah, we just talked about it, right? I mean, it's Ketroc. Don't expect the...
Well, he requested it like...
No, it doesn't matter against who.
Ago.
I mean...
we'll see.
For the game to end quickly, both bots need to want that. You know? If one bot is capable of holding cheese and does not want the game to end quickly, the game will not end quickly.
Yeah,
that's a
I think
fact.
it's mostly because my bot attacks the unit that's closest to my main base. which basically means he has to clean up everything before he starts moving across the map to kill the opponent. Anytime he sees an offensive unit, he backtracks and kills that unit. So it's a very simple way of coding it, and it made it win, but it makes it win very slowly.
Yeah. Is it the same thing with the Banshees, or do you have a dedicated harassment unit?
I have 2 Banshees that harass. The rest of my main army just goes after the closest unit.
Okay.
So my Banshees go clockwise around the map, and the other one goes counterclockwise around the map from base to base.
Okay.
My 2
And once they
harassers.
find something interesting, they will just kill the workers.
Yeah. It's not uncommon for them to get to triple digits in worker kills too.
They don't just kill workers though, right? They kill whatever the most health to gas / minerals ratio.
Yeah, there's a calculation I use based on the cost of the unit and how quickly you can kill the unit. So typically it's going after workers, but it might prioritize things like High Templar or Infestors, those pricey units that don't have many hit points. Or if there's a Stalker that's 1 or 2 hits from dead, it might kill off the Stalker first.
That's really interesting to me.
I think that's a really good move, yeah.
I've given a lot of thought of how to prioritize targets because, just like you said, sometimes a one-shot Medivac full of Marine will run past your harassing whatever that can just move its attention for 1 second and kill that,
Yeah. The one adjustment I want to make to my calculation is give a lot more value to the final hit. So if it's 1 shot away from dead, then
exactly.
really up its value.
If it's 1 shot, you should target that. I agree. And also, if every unit will target that, you might be spending shots that you can spend otherwise,
Like
if
this
it's
is before
stalkers,
my anti-harassment I'm using, so it's only 1 unit at the time.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking if I had stalkers, it's a projectile, so they could all shoot a one-shot unit, and that way spend their attack this cycle.
I mean, Tempests are very strong, and that's definitely the 1 unit you want to be conscious of overkill. You don't want to fire 7 Tempest balls at a unit that only requires 1, because there's such a slow reload rate on the Tempest.
I'm actually thinking about optimizing how much of an impact a thing like that could have if you take, say, 100 Marines against 100 Marines. One group attacks with respect to how many units we need to gather on 1 unit in order to one-shot it, and the others just try to one-shot units based on whatever.
The other thing I did as well is say there's 2 Zealots and they both have around 50 total hit points. I make sure I value Protoss units that have their shields down more than Protoss units that have hull damage but shields are up. And that's, if I just get off 1 shot, it's better to do hull damage than it is to do shield damage, because the shield will regen over time.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a good rule as well.
I think I use my Banshee harassment. They just check the lowest health and shield total value.
That could bite you because, for example, Archons have 300 shield and 5 health or something like that.
Yep.
Okay, it's a 19-minute game. That's pretty quick for Ketroc.
Oh, the game's done?
Yeah, let me load it up here.
Nice.
Yeah.
This game's over, right? The main base is gone.
Yeah, it's over.
Probably have to go after this game. But it's been really fun night so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this Ketroc match.
Yeah, definitely want to see this one.
Is this with the Banshee Harass in or no?
Yeah, it's with the Banshee Harass in.
Sweet.
Otherwise, it would have been a 40-minute match to beat Sharpened Edge. Because once I face Tempest, it's a long time.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you create a no man's land and you start building Vikings.
Oh, there's a
Okay,
guy in chat saying that the link for the Discord invite is expired.
Okay, 1 second. Thank you. I'll take care of that.
Brilliant.
I think it's the way to make a link that doesn't expire, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's in your received.
Hey, Raph, how's it going?
What's
Oh
going on
yeah,
with
the
the mic?
invites are expiring. Okay.
Oh, this
See?
is the biggest thing that I've added to my bot too. It was such a simple thing, I never had it. Was to chase these probes. Sharpened Edge probe used to come in and get like 6 worker kills, and sometimes force me to cancel a structure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you talked about it. Oh, Raf, nice man. Do you want to tell us about it? What did they ask you to do? What did they ask you about? How did it go? Raf just mentioned in chat that he just finished a last interview for a job he's looking for.
I think perhaps should choose the company that is willing to give us a little bit server time to run the AI read.
Okay, so there are 3 companies which I personally heard of only log me in. I assume you have many reasons why, not only the salary, but the work is more interesting to you and the conditions maybe, stuff like that. At least that's what's important for me when I'm
You
looking
mentioned
for a
one of
job.
them is the one that builds the robotic arm on the space station,
Oh, wow.
which may or may not be interesting, but it certainly sounds interesting.
Yeah, I just wrote that in chat. Mind me, you can chat on YouTube and read responses on the screen.
Wait, we have a space station orbiting the moon? Is that real?
No, it's for the future, he was saying.
Oh, okay.
Will be.
Oh, this is the Banshee harass?
Yeah.
So there's one going north right now to swing around counterclockwise, and then the clockwise one is already in the natural.
There's no anti-air for the Sharpened Edge at the moment, or is it? Not at least in his base.
We don't see production, but
not really dealing with it.
Yeah, then I would like to see like an example of how your bot deals with difficulties when someone is holding the bench heroes. How it adapts or how it looks for the weak spots.
Yeah, this isn't the best example, I guess. But
Sharpened Edge will just try to kill Ketroc's base while it still has our army for it.
yeah, I don't have much army yet. Just probably a couple Vikings and my defensive stuff like the siege tank and planetaries.
Those planetaries are doing a really good job to defending your base.
Which okay, so we now know. When Raf just told us about all three options, I'll just read it for whoever is too lazy to read chat. The second one is to use NLP on text generated from video conferences. For whoever doesn't know watching, NLP is natural language processing. It's the way we use machine learning to interpret spoken language. Or I wouldn't call it the way, but it's the go-to library. It's not, yeah, I guess a go-to library for that. And the third one Raf is talking about is to do AI on surveillance cameras. I would go with the NLP one. At least that's, or the NASA one. That's also cool. But if I had to choose, the NLP one sounds interesting to me as well.
I think the Banshee is doing great job against those stalkers. It really tries to avoid contact with them.
Yeah, like this Banshee we're looking at is he wants to be attacking the natural right now, but he gets pushed off and he finds new targets, and he's like, "Oh, there's some probes over here. Let me kill this," and then
yeah, that's nice.
So the way
Ketroc.
it swings around is pretty good, and he gets
that's
home
nice.
scot-free to repair.
I also like that it takes bigger steps, it seems, than other Banshee makers I've seen. Like the Banshee is not moving a millimeter every time. It moves like.
Yeah, it's trying to keep the momentum up.
Yeah, exactly.
I also like it's way faster too than normal boss because it doesn't do full pathfinding. I'm not like finding a solution to a path. I'm just finding a beginning. So I'm just like, what direction looks safe? Let me try going this way and see what happens, rather than let me map out my course to the final location.
Yeah, that's very elegant. I love that.
So it's faster, and then just by fluke, I think it ended up being better as well because rather than getting like in like a position where it's stuck, like it's a queen, so it just keeps moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It like swings around and then finds like a new target. That wasn't even intended. It just kind of worked out that way.
And you don't really have to worry about pathfinding with flying units in that sense, because there are no unpathable cells for them.
Yeah.
So
I
you
don't think
just
that'll
need.
be a big step though to do for ground units. I mean, there's just the one more map I need to check, which is a pathing map. Maybe there's some difficulties that'll come with it, but I'm pretty confident I can apply this to maybe Hellion Harass next.
Oh, really? Nice. Because if you don't use a whole path, I can see how the Hellions will corner themselves into an unpathable.
I think that's inevitable. That's always going to happen. But as long as they're not cornering themselves, right? If the other units force them into a corner, then that's fine.
Well, they could corner themselves with like 2 steps of like two steps before realizing there is no further to go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. It may not perform well without a more in depth, a deeper.
I think
pathfind. Yeah.
Yeah, I think your elegant is your solution is so elegant because of that fact that air units don't worry about non-pathables. It's a great idea. I'm going to apply it myself.
Because you use something similar like this. What I found, the map corners are really difficult spots. They have tendency to get stuck there when there's some enemy units blocking the way out of there. So there's only small way out, and my Banshees don't find the small way out.
Your Banshee don't find?
Yeah, they have tendency to get stuck in the corner and will be killed there eventually.
Yeah, I still have an issue I need to debug that when my bot gets pushed against the edge of the map. Say there's like a missile turret near the edge of the map and my bot tries to swing behind it, but then can't find the space. It just kind of wiggles back and forth. Doesn't get in or
Sharpen Edge doesn't have any workers basically left.
Yeah, you can see that one Banshee is highlighted as up to 56 worker kills right now.
Oh man. That's a lot of value for one Banshee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Another nice
great.
thing is, since my main army is Cloak Banshee as well, it really stresses bots that rely on mobile detectors. Because if I got like one Cloak Banshee on one base, another Cloak Banshee on another base, and then a bunch of Cloak Banshees coming up the middle, and you only got like one or two observers, where does the observer go?
Yeah,
how do you
exactly.
handle like a couple cannons in each mineral line? Would your Banshees even go in or just
It
dance
stays out of the
out?
range of the cannons and does what it can.
So if the cannons are covering it perfectly, the Banshee will not deal any damage?
If it's covering it perfectly, but they may end up like weaving off and finding somewhere else to do damage. When I play against the insane AI, they love to like just build tons of stack defense everywhere, and my Banshees still find a lot of damage. So I don't think any of our bots will ever build as many cannons as the Blizzard AI one does.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, you could have a flock of 10 Banshees that can one-shot a cannon, but if they're coded to avoid cannons...
Oh, for my main army. Yeah, it's it makes a judgment call based on how much threat there is around the cannon and how many Banshees there are. So I think it's like 3 Banshees will go in to kill a cannon, but obviously if there's a bunch of stalkers nearby, it might wait till it has more.
Yeah, okay, so if you have 2 harassing Banshees that could, let's say, kill 6 or 7 workers while taking damage but not dying to a cannon.
My harassing Banshees will just always avoid the cannons. They'll never
They
choose
won't
to go in. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's
But
an
my main
interesting
block will
decision
kill
to
them off.
make.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. I mean, Micro Machines Banshee sometimes tries to take fights.
Not
he's
take
there to
fight,
harass, but if he
just
sees like a single stalker, he'll try to kill the stalker.
it's more like endure damage while you deal economic damage and then go back to repair. Like the idea is to keep the Banshee alive and to kill as many workers in the process.
I think I have to go now. It was really, really nice to see your bounces on the work. So thank you for that. Ketroc, can you stop and start the stream, or somebody else who is on the server at the moment?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I also have to go.
Okay, I think this was a great evening, and looks like most of us will be going, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
That was
then
really good.
yeah, yeah, great stuff, guys. And yeah, again, if you're debugging your bot and you find games that make you laugh, which if that doesn't happen, you shouldn't be here, honestly. Note those games out. We will watch them together next week.
Yeah, just pop the ID into the stream channel on Discord, and then we can load them up in the following week.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems to be working fine that way.
Yeah, and if not, we can always add a feature for like a match queue for the community stream that you can just add matches to that queue and it will then play everything here. It's not a problem to code something like that if there will be a need. But I don't think there will be, not at this point.
Not at this point. But yeah, I will be going. Thank you, and see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye-bye.